Hey, good morning, Aaron. This is going to be a quick demo video for you for your OWK1 by KR Sabers. I'm going to go over and do a bird's eye view of my desk because we've got the Goth Eco chassis with crystal chamber and there are some removable parts. So I kind of wanted you to get a little bit of a close-up rather than me just doing it like this. All right, so let's go over to my desk. Hey, good morning, Aaron. So I probably mentioned this in my intro. I recorded this before I did the intro though, so I'm not for sure if I remembered it, but I wanted to do it over my desk because there's just so much going on this saber. There's a few things you just need to see up close, and so sometimes I like to do them like this. All right, so this is your OWK1 2-button setup. Your small brass greebly here is going to be your power. Your red greebly is going to be your auxiliary. What I've noticed about this red greebly is if you have it screwed down all the way, it's not going to engage the switch. All right, so you need to find that sweet spot when you unscrew it and you can feel that tactile feel. That means you're good to go. All right, I didn't really have that problem on the power switch. It's screwed all the way in and you're good there. So you got your stock V3, which you can't see in there, but we'll light it up here in a second. How to get to your chassis is you want to take this off. So what I've done right now, and it hasn't cured yet, is I put a little bit of E6000 in between the bottom of the head of that screw and this Covertech. So over time, you know, by the time this saber gets to you, it will have cured and you don't need a tool to take it out. Then you can just unscrew it as one unit. All right, but for right now it's still curing because I just did it about 5 minutes ago. Trying to alleviate as many tools as possible. Once you get that taken out though, you can just simply slide this back. So you can slide it back and you can get your battery in and out from here, right? And it pops in, or if you want to get to your board, you just take this entire assembly and you slide it off. All right, and we'll put this off to the side. So when we take your battery out, this is the one that came with your kit. It's brand new, so you'll need to charge that. Negative side of the battery goes over here by your speaker. This is the KR Sabers install kit with the Goth Eco chassis, but it has the crystal chamber add-on. All right, so we'll just put the battery back in here for now. I noticed your SD card had the 5 fonts on it, so I put those 5 fonts on here, and the one that you had called out to be a green blade, of course, that'll be a green blade and a green crystal. All right, if you wanted to operate it from here, your kill switch is right here.
How do you think this trade viceroy will deal with the Chancellor's demands?
You just simply flip the kill switch like that. We can come over here and hit power. So you got a nice kill switch. Now we can see that stock all lit up, right? Auxiliary. And we'll turn it off. Now, if you, in the future, want to get to your board, that is where I wanted to show it overhead. All right, because there's a few things to take off here. I like to do it with a pair of tweezers. I'll just come over here and I'll carefully grab one of these greeblies and I'll pull off this piece right here. So this is your main kind of crystal chamber. It's got your crystal in it. It's all on magnets. You got 4 magnets there, another 2 magnets there, another 2 magnets over here. So we'll put that off to the side and then come over here and grab this piece and pull this off. This has another 3 magnets over here and 2 magnets over here. When you do that, you'll notice all the wires here. On this particular saber, you have to install the top portion, put it in, install the bottom chassis, put it in, and then you join all of your wires right here. So that's something that of course is hid by the crystal chamber, but you have to see it when you want to get to the board. Now that exposes your board. Hopefully that's showing on camera right there, but you've got access to your SD card and your micro USB. So you do everything from right here. A 90-degree data cable or a straight one, it doesn't matter. You can reach them both, and then you just pull out your SD card with a pair of tweezers. All right, so very easy to access the board there. And then when we're done, I like to put this small guy in first. It will find its home with that magnet. And then this guy is it's a little snug, so just make sure you go straight in. If you go at an angle at all, it will not fit. So now that's nice and all put together. So it was that easy, right? So we're gonna flip this back on.
How do you think this trade viceroy will deal with the Chancellor's demands?
We'll just slide this right on. flip it over, and then when we turn this to cover the crystal chamber, you'll notice that the eventually this hole in this shroud will line up with the hole in the core. You see that in the light, just like that. And that's when we can come over here and we can put this back on. All right, so I won't put it on too tight for now, but we'll just kind of put it on there, tighten that down, and now everything is good to go. We'll put a blade in here. This is my little test blade. This is a TriStar test blade that I got, but it is programmed for a full-length 1-inch diameter Neopixel blade. All right, and you've got a blade retention right here. And let's talk about these 2 screws that you'll find. This one, of course, being your blade retention that I just locked in, but you'll find another one over here. This is the one that you don't want to mess with. This particular grub screw is holding in that top chassis, so you'll want to leave that alone. All right, but when we get the blade locked in, we'll go to the next sound font, which is just tapping auxiliary. Whoops. Sorry, auxiliary is the red one.
I'll deal with that.
The third one. The 5th one is the one that's green. Blaster bolt deflex is just tapping. Of course, if you want blade lock up, you'll hold this button down and hit the saber. Fourth one. They all have soundtracks as well, so do a long press on the power. Right. Do another long press to turn it off. This will be your green one. So you'll have a green crystal chamber, which I'll show you, but here's your green blade. All right, we'll come over here. Take our Covertech back off here. Slide this here, and then you can see you've got a green pulsing crystal for this particular font. All right, then when we're done, we can just simply flip the kill switch. You don't even need a tool, really. You can just do it with your finger, and it kills power like it should. So I'm gonna go ahead and leave that battery in there since it's yours anyway. Go ahead and lock this down and leave this alone. And then, like I said, by the time this makes it to you, that screw will be cured onto this Covertech. If you don't like to do that, it's just E6000, so you can pull it off if you like. I just thought it made for a little bit of a quicker release and one less Allen wrench that you had to worry about. But that is your OWK1. I hope that you like the way it turned out. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.